guys, today we will make a comparison between the newly released Oppo smartwatch and the Apple Watch 5. I will talk about the main differences between the two watches and I will answer your questions from my previous video. If you haven't watched my previous video about reviewing the Oppo watch, you can go and check it out, link is in the description. Now let's begin with the design and the overall look of both watches. The design of both watches is in some ways similar but also very different in the details. Oppo watch has a bigger and curved 1.91-inch display compared to the 1.78 on Apple Watch. The Oppo watch has two buttons on the right side and the Apple Watch has one button and fully functional digital crown. The speakers on both watches are on the left side. The overall size of Oppo watch is slightly bigger and thicker compared to the Apple Watch. Another difference in the design is how the watch band is attached to the watch. Both watches use different style. Personally, I prefer the design of the Apple Watch. Even though this is not the most important thing, both designs work just fine. However, if you like a different watch straps like me, it will be very difficult for you to find many different styles for Oppo Watch, as at the moment there are just few. However, when it comes to Apple Watch straps, there are thousands of different designs from which you can choose from. Now let's compare some of the main features of the two watches. Both watches support touch on wake feature. When you touch the display of the watch, it will turn on. The displays of both watches are pretty bright, as I think when it's on full brightness the display of Oppo Watch is even brighter compared to the Apple Watch. And when you are in bright daylight you can see the Oppo Watch display quite well. One of the questions from my previous video was whether the Oppo Watch supports always on display feature like on the Apple Watch 5. The answer is no, however, this is one of the features promised by Oppo in future updates. Now let's compare the watch faces between Oppo Watch and Apple Watch, as here Oppo Watch has some pretty cool features to offer. Apple Watch has a lot of different watch faces, as most of them are customizable. We can change the color and the style of the watch face. Oppo Watch also has similar features, but we can say with fewer options of customizing the watch faces. In some watch faces we can change only the color, and in some we can change only the module of the watch face. Apple Watch has one of the best animated watch faces generally on a smartwatch, and now Oppo offers something similar to that. We can also choose and customize watch faces in the Watch app on the iPhone, while in the Oppo Health app we currently have only a few watch faces. However, Oppo came with some pretty good ideas for watch faces, so let's explore them. The first feature is called Outfit. You can take a picture of your clothes or wherever you like, and the application will match the colors into a watch faces. It works pretty well and it's fun. Another cool feature is to make a watch face from a picture, and you have an option on where to place the time on the watch face. Pretty cool. Of course, you can also take a picture and make your own watch face. This is how you do it if you want to have an Apple Watch inside your Oppo Watch. Isn't it fun? The gesture controls on the Oppo Watch are very similar to the Apple Watch. The difference is that they are reversed. The interface of the Oppo Watch is very responsive. All the animation runs very smoothly, like on the Apple Watch. Here Oppo did a good job. If we compare the settings between the two watches, you might think that Oppo Watch is more of a fitness tracker rather than a real smartwatch. This just shows the lack of features in Oppo Watch compared to the Apple Watch. When it comes to Oppo Watch, it should be noted that the watch was just launched and the Oppo is continuing working to improve it. Currently the watch has only a few applications and they can be only installed from the watch. While on the Apple Watch we have an app store for watch applications, here the difference is huge. However, as I said, this will change for the Oppo Watch and we can expect many new applications in the coming months. Now let's talk about the health monitoring features. The Oppo Watch supports only heart rate monitoring, while on the Apple Watch 5 we have heart rate monitoring and EKG. The heart rate monitoring works pretty well on both watches. Just for reference, let's throw one more watch into the comparison. The Huawei Watch GT2 can also monitoring the blood oxygen levels. This same feature is expected to arrive in Apple Watch 6 later this year. Similar to the Apple Watch, the Oppo Watch has daily activity, where you can track your daily activities, like steps and workouts. In the fitness section of the watch, we have different workouts, like fitness run and outdoor walk. The watch has a GPS, and you can watch your location on the map. However, unlike Apple Watch, where you can watch the map on the watch itself, on the Oppo Watch you can see this map only on the application of the phone. There are also so-called 5 minutes workouts, which are something like a personal trainer. Oppo Watch has its own voice assistant, which is called Brino. Unfortunately, it only speaks Chinese. You can ask the voice assistant about the weather or to make a phone call. Hey Brino, 今天天气好吗? And if you want to know whether the Oppo will bring the Google Voice Assistant into the watch, currently this is still not clear. We can make phone calls from the watch, or we should say watch calls. Also the watch supports eSIM, so you can use it independently from the phone to make phone calls. The speaker of the Oppo Watch sounds loud and clear. One thing which is pretty disappointing, at least for me, is the fact that we can't reply to messages from the watch. Check out these guys, Tim is sending me these messages the whole day. The Oppo Watch has one interesting feature, which is called Power Saver, and it's doing exactly what it says, saving the power of the watch. When it's in this mode, the watch can only show the time, measure the heart rate, count steps and show notifications. However, this feature can be very useful if you run out of power and you can't charge your watch. To exit this mode, you have to restart the watch or charge it. Now let's talk about battery life and charging. On the Apple Watch 5 I get around 30 hours of battery life, while on the Oppo Watch I get around 40 hours. Of course, this will always depend on how you use the watch. Charging Apple Watch is slower compared to the Oppo Watch. The Oppo's legendary fast charging is also present on the Oppo Watch. I get a 50% charge in about 15 minutes and a full charge in about an hour. However, the Apple charger is more convenient and there are a lot of different accessories that you can use. With the Oppo Watch you are stuck only with their charger. That's it guys, I think Oppo Watch is a pretty cool watch, especially for Android users. As you know, the Apple Watch works only with the iPhone. I think in the coming months Oppo Watch will improve a lot with new features and more applications. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Don't be shy and your smartwatch will work a year without charging. Stay cool and I'll see you soon.